Hello, students. In 1606, King James I granted a charter to the Joint Stock Company, a stock company that allows different investors to put money together. Whoa. The company took 3 ships. Their names were Susan Constant, Discovery, and Godspeed. They were taken to the shores of Virginia and named the colony Jamestown, which was named after the king. Disaster struck in spring of 1609. About 600 new colonists came to Jamestown, hoping to start a new life.
Question me from the past?
Oh yeah, Mr. Anderson.
What is it?
Who led the colonists to Jamestown?
Well, son, let me tell you, it was John Smith. Now, at age 20, he trekked across Europe. In his previous experience, he helped Hungary fight a war against the Turks. His main goal in life was to conquer. After the colony of Jamestown was settled, he was a leader there. Whoa. He says that he sensed trouble in Jamestown since the beginning. He said there was no talk, no hope, and no work but dig gold, wash gold, refining gold, and lending gold. But few listened to him. The law he created that said, if you don't work, you don't eat, held the colony together. He then got lit on fire, and the colony was left to fend for itself. Oh!
Then they began to flourish. The surviving colonists were about to abandon the settlement when a ship convinced them to stay. The colony settled further and farmed tobacco in order to continue the growth of the tobacco. The colony needed laborers. They introduced the headright system.
The headright system, brought to you by the Virginia Company, needed field laborers to grow tobacco. In order to lure settlers to Jamestown, the Virginia Company introduced the headright system in 1618. This allowed anyone who paid for their own or another passage to Virginia would receive 50 acres of land. Immigration increased by a significant number.
To work on their plantations, colonists brought indentured servants. Over the years, some Africans settled and the owners got freed. Tobacco was used as a currency in the 1600s and indentured servants were not used anymore, but slavery came into play. As the colonists came, their relationship with the Native Americans worsened because the colonists wanted more and more land. English settlers didn't forgive the Powhatans, mostly during the starving time, and they reconquered the land. As the settlers recovered in the years after the starving time, they never forgot the Powhatans' hostility during the starving time. They reestablished demanding tributes of corn and labor for the native people. These demands were enforced by destroying villages and kidnapping hostages. One of the hostages was, in fact, the chief's daughter, Pocahontas. Pocahontas married John Rolfe in 1614, and this created half-hearted peace between the two people. This peace wasn't lost as the colonists moved further into North America looking for territory and more land.
I think I'm getting a call. Hello?
It's time for the open letter. Dear Sir Walter Raleigh, what a disappointment it would have been to put your all into a colony, to nurse it as your own, and have it all taken away by the Croatoan Native American tribes. My deepest condolences. The Roanoke Islands are still a mystery to this day. A North American colony was settled by Sir Walter Raleigh, and when they ran out of supplies, it was mandatory for him to return to England. Upon arrival back to North America, he discovered something surprising. The name Croatoan carved into bark. It is still undecided whether the colonists were starved or attacked or joined with the Native American tribes. Back to you.
Now, this is also something they used to lure settlers to Jamestown. Some propaganda that is real-life documentation. Whoa. Some differences split Virginia, such as economy. During the 1660s and 70s, the poor Virginian settlers felt oppressed because of heavy taxes being placed on them by Governor Berkeley. Hostilities began between settlers in the West. The natives, the settlers, demanded to know why the money wasn't being used for their own good. A bloody battle broke out between the settlers and the natives, and the governor refused to send help. And this, therefore, created the Virginia economic divide. Whoa.
Now for the thought bubble. During the 1660s and 1670s, Virginia's poor settlers felt oppressed and frustrated by the policies of the colony's governor, Sir William Berkeley. More and more, Berkeley levied or imposed high taxes, which were paid mostly by the poorer settlers who lived along Virginia's western frontier. Moreover, the money collected by these taxes was used not for the public good, but for the personal profit of the grandees or planters, the wealthy plantation farmers who had settled along the eastern shores of Virginia. Many of these planters occupied positions in the government, positions that they used to protect their own interests. As hostilities began to develop between the settlers along Virginia's western frontier and the Native Americans who lived there, the settlers demanded to know why money collected in taxes and fines was not being used to build forts for their protection. In 1675, a bloody clash between Virginia's frontier settlers and local natives revealed an underlying tension between the colony's poor whites and its wealthy landowners and sparked a pitched battle between the two classes. In June of 1675, a dispute between the Doe tribe and a Virginia frontier farmer grew into a bloodbath. A group of frontier settlers who were pursuing Doeg warriors murdered 14 friendly Susquehannock and then executed 5 chiefs during a peace conference. Fighting soon broke out between Native Americans and frontier colonists. The colonists pleaded to Governor Berkeley for military support, but the governor, acting on behalf of the wealthy planters, refused to finance a war to benefit the colony's poor frontier settlers.
Stan? Hey, we have to end soon? Alright. To summarize, Jamestown was a very wild and, in the end, successful first attempt at a colony for the British. Hope you had a great time, kids. Stay in school.